Namaste students. I hope you all are fine. Our today's topic is sources of business finance. Before I start the topic, let us discuss the financial requirement. Every business enterprise has a different financial requirement which is obtained from a different sources. Today in this video we are going to do sources of business finance. On the basis of time, the financial requirement of any business categorized into three categories: long-term financial needs, medium-term financial needs, and short-term financial needs. Long-term financial needs. Long-term financial needs are the needs which are for a longer period of time. You may say more than 5 to 10 years. More than 10 years comes under the long-term financial needs. Medium-term financial needs, which are basically in the range of 1 year to 10 year, you may say, means the requirement which are less than the 10 year comes under the medium-term financial needs. And short-term financial needs, basically short-term financial needs covers the financial needs which are for lesser than 1 year. For example, payment of wages, payment of salary, for purchasing raw material, we need a finance for a shorter period of time. On the other hand, for medium term, like if we want to replace our machinery, we want to repairing of any building, for this when we need finance, that is for a medium term. And longer period finance requirement means when we have to purchase a land, building, machinery, means for these kind of expenditures we need a finance for a longer period of time. So all these financial requirements are on the basis of time: long-term financial needs, medium-term financial needs, and short-term financial needs. Today we are going to do sources of business finance on the basis of ownership. On the basis of ownership, the sources of business finance categorized into two categories, which is owner's fund and borrowed fund. Have a look on the board. Sources of business finance. There are two types of business finance: owner's fund and borrowed fund. Owner's fund, as with the name only it's clear. Owner's fund, the funds which are taken up from the owners only, means the funds which are provided by the owners itself come under the category of owner's fund. On the other hand, borrowed fund, the funds, the finance which we borrow, which we taken from the outside, that are known as a borrowed fund. Owner's fund invested by the owner itself, and borrowed fund we take from outside. Clear? Under owner's fund we have equity shares, preference shares, retained earning, GDRs, ADRs and IDRs. Or under borrowed fund we can take loan from commercial banks, we can take loan from financial institution, we can issue debentures, public deposits we can issue, through trade credit we can raise funds, ICDs, intercorporate deposits, from them also we can borrow money. So the money which is taken up from the owner is known as a owner's fund, and the money which we taken up in the form of loan from the outside, that is known as a borrowed fund. So now we are going to do all these things in detail: the owner's fund and the borrowed fund. Owner's fund, basically there is no need of any security to raise these owner's fund, but when we borrow money from outside, we need some securities. We have to keep our assets as a mortgage, then only we can borrow money from the outside, or otherwise we should have a good reputation in the market so that someone lend us a money. So this is a money which we taken up from outside, and owner's fund is basically when the investor itself invest money in the business. So these sources of business finance is for a longer period of time. These are known as a permanent capital of a company. Company doesn't have to pay before the winding up before the winding up. The company doesn't have to pay this back. But these sources of business finance, from these sources the company has to pay after a specific period of time. So owners fund, those who are the provider of owners fund have a full control in the management. But when we borrow money from the outsider or the provider, the borrower doesn't have any right to participate in the management. So owners fund are basically a permanent capital, and this is a borrowed capital. They are the owner and they are the money lender or creditor, you may say. So these are the different types of sources of business finance. The very first is equity. Equity shareholder are the real owners of the business. The shareholders who invest money for a for a permanent basis, or you may say for a longer period of time, they are known as a equity shareholder. And yes, these equity shareholder doesn't carry any preferential right. They'll get the dividend at last, they'll get the repayment of their money at a last only, but they are the real owner and they can participate in the management, right? Next is preferential share. This is also a permanent capital, but they carry two preferential right over the equity shareholder. The first right is they'll get the dividend before equity shareholder, plus they'll get their repayment of money before the equity shareholder. So these two rights they have, preferential shares. These preference shares capital owners, they basically are not a real owner. They in some of the cases they can participate in the management, otherwise they are not allowed to participate in the management. That right is with the equity shareholder who has a voting right. So these preference share doesn't have any voting right. Next is retained earning. Retained earning is that part of profit which we kept for the future use. This is the cheapest source of business finance. No cost incurred when we raise fund through the retained earning, and there is no need to repay this amount as the company is taking money from its profits only. After that, GDR, ADR and IDR. These are the depository receipts which we issue outside the country for taking a foreign capital. These are the permanent capital only. These are the owner fund only, but this depository receipts we issue to the outsider means the outside of the country. Means to raise a foreign capital, we issue these depository receipt. Clear? Next are borrowed fund. Very first is loan from a bank. Commercial bank always help these businessmen. They provide them short term as well as medium term loans. For short term loans, you all must have known the bank overdraft facility, cash credit facility, term loans, demand loans. These all things are given up by the banks only. So if we need a finance for a shorter or a medium term, we can borrow from banks. Bank, after some inquiry or some legal formalities, the bank lend money to the businesses. Loan from financial institution. Many financial institutions are established by the government. See, government also wants industries, businesses to grow so that the economy can grow. For that, the government has established many financial institutions like ICICI, IDBI, IFCI, SFCs. There are many financial institutions who basically help the businesses. They provide them financial help, technical help, any managerial help they provide them. They basically help them in a grow. So the businesses can also borrow money from the financial institutions. After that, we have debentures. Debentures are a type of securities like shares, but shareholders are the real owner, but the debenture holders are the creditor of the company. So debentures are also a negotiable instruments, or you may say secured negotiable instruments, security which is issued to the general public for raising fund. The difference is these preference share in equity have basically issued for a permanent capital, but these debentures have a specific period of time and the company has to pay money before a specific period of time. The shareholders, they receive dividend or profit from the company, but the debenture holders, they receive interest, and interest is an obligation for a business. At the company, the business has to pay the interest even in the case of loss. But in the case of loss, the equity and preference will not get any dividend, but interest we have to pay because debenture holders are the creditor for the company. Am I clear? After that, we have public deposits. Now, public deposits are also securities for a shorter or medium term borrowing, for medium term only. As when we issue shares, we have to when we issue shares, it incurs some cost that is known as a flotation cost. As we have to spend money for making the prospectus, then we have to give commission to the underwriters, brokers. These all comes under the flotation cost. Now, if the company is not able to bear that flotation cost, the company may issue this public deposits. So, public deposits are the securities. With the help of these securities, the company can raise funds for a medium term, you may say 2 or 3 years, that are known as a public deposits. Next is trade credit. Trade credit. Trade means business and credit means on credit, means not on a cash basis. See, when a supplier supply or give us a raw material on credit basis, that is known as a trade credit. This is also a kind of financial help. See, we need finance for purchasing raw material. If we get the raw material from the supplier on credit basis, this is also a kind of financial help that we can take from the supplier, and that comes under a trade credit. Last is ICD, intercorporate deposits. Intercorporate deposits. When two businesses interchange, or you may say one business borrow money from the other business, that is known as a intercorporate deposits. It may happen that one business has an excess fund and the other business need a finance. So the one business can borrow from the other business who has an excess fund. Now, what are the benefits for this ICD? As we can borrow money from loan also, from commercial banks also, we can borrow money from financial institution also, we can borrow money through the public deposits also. Then what is the need of this ICD, intercorporate deposit? See, as we all know, when we borrow money from a bank, there are some formalities which we have to fulfill, and the interest rate is also high. But ICD, when two businesses, if they have a good relation with them, so they can give money to the another business, or they can exchange money in between. And there we have very less, you may say, we have very less formalities between them. They can easily lend the money to the other businesses. So this is known as a intercorporate deposits. There are 3 types of intercorporate deposits. First is for 6-month deposits, 3-month deposits, and call deposit. 6-month deposit, when the businesses exchange money for a 6 month, that is known as 6-month deposits. And for this, generally we have a higher interest rate as the risk is high because the time is more. So you may say for 6 months there is a 15% interest rate. 3 months, when they lend money to the other business for 3 months, that comes under the 3-month deposits. For that we have interest rate 12%. Now the last is call deposit. It means whenever the other business will call who has lent the money to the second business has to pay the money. That is known as a call deposit. The risk is very less, so the interest rate is also less, which is 10% only. So these are the borrowed fund and these are the owner's fund. I hope I made you clear all these owners fund and borrowed.